Start of the second half, and the North Stars will be kicking off with Evan White. They'll be kicking it deep to Monroe County and receiving it for Monroe. He's going to break loose.
He's going to be gone.
He's got one to beat. And it's the kicker, and the kicker
excellent job. Well, that was touchdown.
Evan White was able to get the shoulder on him.
Yes.
Running that back was Reggie Cowart.
Boy, and that's putting the Stars in a hole
That was a heck of a return.
Yes.
But at the same time, you have to credit the kicker right there on that one, Evan White, from at least making the offense have to work for the touchdown.
Yes.
It's not often that when you see the return man go one-on-one with the kicker in wide open field. It's not like he was at the sideline. That was wide open field. It's not often you see a kicker come up with a tackle, and that was a heck of an effort by Evan White right there to knock him down. So the first drive of the second half for Monroe County comes with, I wanted to say great starting field position.
Oh, yes. This is putting a lot of pressure on your defense to start the second half.
You can't... Normally, on kickoffs, the ball you can say the average starting spot for a kickoff is the 20-yard line. Your own 20-yard line. Yeah. They're at the opposite 20-yard line. And that's it's a great starting spot. And perhaps 12, maybe, what was it?
Official's timeout.
Oh, an official's timeout. All right, I thought they were signaling.
Yeah, there was an equipment problem on one of the players for the Sting.
Because I did notice it was taking an awful long time. I didn't notice the signal for an official timeout. Well, they're going to come out with the twins left, twins right, single back formation, and they're going to pitch the ball to their running back Page, and he's hit for a loss. A loss of about... they're going to mark him for a loss of 8. So Page goes for a loss of 8.
And Dan O'Mara is the one that made that tackle, number 18.
So 2nd and 18. The North Stars defense come out on the first play and are very effective. Not allowing... the running back Page to turn the corner. Going to come out shotgun formation this time, not under center. Twins both side and back to pass is Dobie. He throws it deep to the left side. He's got a man open, but he just overthrew it.
And a little pressure on Dobie that time by the Stars, and that's why he threw it before he really wanted to. And I think the Stars probably talked at halftime about putting some pressure on the quarterback, because you can't let him sit back there like he did in the second quarter and pick out his receivers.
He was being given way too much time. You made the reference to reading a book earlier on, and that's really the whoops. I didn't mean to throw my pen at you. That's really the amount of time he had. So it'll be a 3rd and 18, another 3rd and long play. And they're going to go twins to both sides, shotgun formation. They're going to hand it off underneath.
Oh, he's got some room.
He's got plenty of room to run. He's going to try to turn it to the outside, and he's going to pick up a first down, it looks like, and he's going to run the ref over on the far side as well.
Good gesture. He's helping the referee up.
So the referee got right up.
Yeah.
The referee was up faster than the defensive player. That was Terrell Gunnell. And we're going to see where they're going to mark him. I thought he had rushed far enough for the first down. And they're going to mark him.
4th down.
4th down in inches.
And I am assuming that they're going to go for it.
I think that's, you're probably right. Considering they're at about the 10 and they have no kicker, they're going to go for it. So it's 4th and inches, perhaps just quarterback sneak up the middle here. The play is a blown dead.
Oh, they called timeout?
Timeout, Monroe. So Monroe's going to talk it over. They're going to see what they're going to go with for a play here, and we'll be back when Monroe is back. So it's 4th and inches. Monroe rather comes out of the timeout, and they're going to go with a similar setup. Quarterback Dobie looks to move the pile forward. He's getting help behind him.
He didn't need much.
Oh, there's a hanky though.
Let's see.
Flag comes in late.
Oh, for helping the runner.
Yes.
It's going to be the Stars' ball.
Yeah, because it's going to be a loss of a down.
I think the correct, impeding the runner?
Yes. Impeding the progress, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Stars' ball.
Penalty against the Monroe County Sting, aiding the runner, loss of down, first down for the Plattsburgh North Stars.
So the North Stars will pick it up.
That's a huge penalty against the Sting, and I'll tell you, we've said it a lot.
Yes.
They're shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
You know, and it could come back to haunt them.
That's right. 50 yards in penalties in the first half. That one doesn't go for any yardage, just a... They're putting the ball in the hands of Plattsburgh on that one.
They're saying it's not a loss of down.
Penalty against the Monroe County Sting, not loss of down.
Oh, they're not going to give them a loss of a down. So it will go for yardage. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty. So that will total 60 yards in all in penalties for the Sting, and that gives them an opportunity to go for either a first down or the end zone. Twins left, twins right, shotgun formation, and Dobie drops back. He's got all kinds of time again. He's able to roll left, and he sees a man open. Caught in the end zone, touchdown. It's caught by Bernard Williams in the end zone for a touchdown. And
Brandon St. John was right there, and I thought he was going to come up with the interception, but he didn't. And, oh, boy, that hurts.
With 12:17 remaining in the third quarter. You see some of the fireworks in the background. Plattsburgh State homecoming, likely?
Oh, yes.
I think that must be what it is.
And we got a good view of it.
Yeah. They're bad timing, though, as they're setting the fireworks off for a Monroe touchdown.
And they're going for two again.
And they're going to throw left side. The man's open. He gets the feet in. And it's good. So the 2-point conversion's good, and that puts them up by a score of 16-7. And the North Stars are going to get the ball back, and they're going to have to do something with it.
Yes, definitely have to do something with it. You don't want to get behind too much. And, they'll have to get together, regroup, and get something going.
So a big drive coming up for the North Stars, and we'll have them when they return the kick in just a second. We had a slight delay, and Monroe County had lost their tee.
And
no, they found it.
No. Being the good host as we are, the Stars, we let them use ours.
Well, they have one on the far sideline that they're throwing around. Maybe that's just a mouthpiece, and they were going to try and use that. How do you misplace the tee?
I don't know.
Well, Terrell Gano ends up kicking one deep. Kelleher is going to receive it and move forward with it. A good return and a lot of steam from Kelleher.
Oh, yeah!
Kelleher's got room. Yes! He's got a man behind him, though, and he's going to rip him down. He crosses all the way over into territory. There's a late flag, a couple of late flags. The return was all the way to the 32-yard line from Jordan Kelleher. 33 they're going to mark it at. However, there were a couple of flags on the field. They came in late after the play.
And they're pointing over here towards the Stars.
And we're going to have to see. We've talked about Monroe shooting themselves in the foot. There's already been one personal foul call on the Stars. It's going to go against... Well, they're going to be offsetting. All right, they're going to be offsetting, and
And exactly what the Stars really needed is a short field. You got to score twice.
Yes, so...
And it's just the beginning of the second half. It's not a must score here, but you want to score.
I was watching their kicker, Evan White, during the pregame, and he was hitting them from about 35 out pretty consistently. So they run up the middle with Parks. The flag came in from the sideline, so usually when a flag comes in from the sideline, it's likely an offside. Elijah Parks was the ball carrier. He moved forward, and a false start, actually. It's gonna be
not what you want.
No, not what you want. Normally the play is blown dead for a false start, but they allowed the play to go on there.
And your penalty against Plattsburgh, false start. Still down for Plattsburgh at the Monroe County 38-yard.
So it'll be 1st and 15. And they're going to come out with Twins to the left, one to the right side. We're going to have a timeout taken, I believe.
Well, that's their second timeout.
They only had 10 guys on the field. So Monroe County has to burn a timeout. They didn't have personnel. That's timeout number 2 from Monroe.
Monroe County timeout.
And we'll take a timeout as well. So 1st and 15 for the North Stars. They come out and they put McCray in motion. They're going to hand it off to McCray, and he's going to try and cut it up the middle. Now he goes to the outside, bounces off a couple of guys, stays up, and he's able to pick up, looks like about 7 or 8 on the play.
And a good run by McCray.
A good run by McCray.
Second and third effort.
24, McCray. Second down and 7.
So that'll be 8 yards for McCray. McCray is the leading rusher on the North Stars tonight with a whopping 13 yards. They've only picked up 20 yards on the ground, and the other 7 come from quarterback Rasko. Rasko hands off to Elijah Parks, and he
is hit big
at the line of scrimmage.
That's a big number 86.
Yeah. So Parks is hit at the line, and he goes 0 for 0.
86 for the Sting, Westbrook. Richard Westbrook.
Yeah, and he's about 7'5". He's like that guy in the movie Blindside. I think that's the movie, isn't it?
Yes. Very good movie.
So it'll be 3rd down and a long 7 for the North Stars. McCray goes in motion. They're going to fake the handoff, and they're going to look to throw it to the right side. Rolling right is Rasko. He's got Kevin Gibson wide open. Gibson uses and he's in for a touchdown. Kevin Gibson uses his speed and his muscle to power his way into the end zone.
Rasko bought some time, got away from the rush, and found Gibson, and then it was all Gibson, and he made a nice run after making the catch, and the Stars had to score there. Didn't really have to score, but you wanted to score, and they're right back in the game.
Well, you put that one in as the yak, yards after the catch, and Gibson was able to pick up about 10 yards after the catch as he just trucked over a couple of the corners that were deep on the route. We'll put it in as a 26-yard reception for Gibson. Coming at 10-14 in the 3rd quarter. Evan White is on for the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So the North Stars respond like they had to.
Let's give an assist to Keller for that fine run back.
Absolutely.
On the kickoff that got him in the good field position.
Set up great field position for a great drive, and right now we sit with a score 16-14 with 10-14 remaining in the 3rd quarter. A little short kick this time from the North Stars, and that was a good idea as they're able to. They're gonna hit him, and they're going to stop forward progress. That was Reggie Cowart. We saw Cowart open up the half with that marvelous return, and this time they do a little pooch kick, and
it worked out.
It worked out. He had to wait for it and field it, and that allowed the North Stars to have time to work downfield, wrap him up, spin him backwards. He actually went back 5 yards from where he was hit, trying to break off a couple of tackles, and then at that point, forward progress had been heated.
And I like the way the Stars came back and put points on the board there. They're not, they're here to play a full game, and they're not going to roll over and die when they get behind.
And you mentioned Jordan Kelleher set that whole thing up with a great return. They're going to hand off and hand it off to Page. Page tries to cut one up the middle, and he's not going anywhere.
You know, in the course of a game, momentum swings. Right now, it's swung over to the Stars.
Yes, it has.
And they're playing with a little more emotion now.
Page actually has gone for negative yardage in this game. We saw him start out with that great run to the right side. He went for 7 yards, but since then, he's had rushes of 0 yards, -5, -2, -8, and then 0 on that one.
You got everything there, Rob. Boy, you got it.
Second down and 11.
You're making my job easy.
Multitasking. So they're going to go shotgun formation with twins to the left and twins to the right side. Single back to the left side of quarterback Howard Doby. Doby is still in the pocket, steps up, has a man open. BJ Godfrey nearly intercepted that one, the big man.
Boy, that would have been a big turnover. But still, they're not putting the pressure on.
No, they're not.
DJ Godfrey, third down for the Sting at their own 27-yard line.
But how about that, BJ Godfrey?
Yes.
BJ, the big fella, was playing coverage downfield and nearly picked that one off. So it'll be a 3rd and a long 10, 3rd and 11 for Monroe County. Late substitution coming off the field for the North Stars. They're going to be shotgun, twins left, twins right. Low snap. Doby ends up coming up with it, steps up in the pocket, throws it over to the right side, and he's got a receiver open for a first down and more.
I thought he was down.
He may have been down. He was certainly touched, clearly. However, the officials allow him to cross midfield and get up to the 48-yard line. That'll be a gain of 26 yards.
Another big third down pickup for the Sting.
So that was Derek Davis. He now has 67 yards in receptions on the day. 1st and 10, Monroe County. Crossed over into Plattsburgh North Star territory. Ball on the 49. Good snap. They're going to hand off.
He's got a little room.
To the right back. Going to break through. Ken Stay is the last man back for the North Stars, and he can't wrap him up.
No flags either.
Brent McGill with a 49-yard run for a touchdown.
So that third down pickup was so important for the Sting, and then they do a running play, and
there you
score a long touchdown. And just when the momentum was swinging over to the Stars.
Yeah, and it goes right back into the hands of Monroe County. And Goose, this is a real big stop, because if they allow him to get 2, then it's going to become another 2-possession game. Right now, at this point, it's a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Being up by 8. That play coming at 7:45 left in the third quarter. A 49-yard run from the halfback, Brent McGill. So a big stop, or this is a big play rather, they need a stop, and it's going to be knocked down on the far side by St. John.
So a big stop there.
A real big stop for the North Stars. With 7 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter, the Monroe County Sting lead by a score of 22-14. The kick is a terrible one. It's off. And on the far sideline, a flag will come down, and starting field position for the North Stars. starting at your own 40 is not a bad thing. Of course. And they found their tee. That's the good news, Goose. They found their own tee.
Okay.
So they were able to use their own tee. The North Stars said that we're not going to let you use the tee if you keep scoring on us.
Okay.
So they had to find their own tee.
Or have a holder.
Yeah, or have a holder. But they did use a tee that time. So the North Stars come out with a shotgun formation. McRae in the slot. They put him in motion. McRae comes across. They're going to hand off and give it to Parks. Parks works his way up the middle for 5 yards. They had me fooled. They had McRae had the ball going on the end around. But it'll be a 5-yard gain for Parks. And it'll be 2nd and 5 for the North Stars at their own 45. The North Stars are down by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. They're down 8. And they're looking to march the ball. They've got Twins to the right side. They're going to run this time with Nephew. We haven't seen much of Nephew in this game. Nephew works his way near midfield.
Close to first down.
It's going to depend on the spot. And we're going to have to see if they're going to be generous or not with this spot here. And it's close, but not close enough.
That's right.
So it'll be 3rd and inches.
But they're getting their running game going a little bit here, and that's a good thing.
That's only the second carry of the night from their first string running back, Nephew. Josh Nephew in again, I believe. Back, they put McRae in motion. And it's a poor snap.
Uh-oh.
Harry Rasco is able to jump on top of the ball.
Uh-oh.
A late flag has come in, but I'm worried that it might be against the North Stars because Josh Nephew was kicking at the guy that was on top of him, and I'm worried that it's might be on the North Stars.
You think so?
I think it might be on the North
Usually the second guy's the one that gets caught.
Personal foul. They are going to give it to the defense, and it's going to be a first down.
Yeah. So usually it's the second guy that retaliates.
They saw the initial.
That gets caught.
They saw the initial. So that'll be 15 in penalties, 15 yards. And that makes 75 total for the game for Monroe. And the Plattsburgh North Stars have no problem if Monroe wants to continuously take penalties like this because it's just marching the ball downfield, and now that crosses the ball into Monroe territory. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Monroe 46. Shotgun formation with split backs to each side of quarterback Harry Rasco. Receives the snap, he fakes the handoff to Parks, and the Nephew tries to move forward. And he hits what was a hole. That hole closed up, and he was only able to pick up 2 yards on the play.
New York running number 32, Josh Nephew. 2nd and 8 for the Plattsburgh North Stars at the same 44-yard line.
I see no panic in the North Stars, and I like that.
Yep.
You know,
once you start playing with sense of more panicky football, then that's when you're going to run into turnovers and bad passes, and you're really trying to rush things, and you don't want to do that with plenty of time left. Rasco's going to throw the ball to Price. Price gets a hand up on it, and coming down with it.
That was intercepted.
That was intercepted. Coming down with it.
Price tried to prevent it from being intercepted, and
it fell right down into the hands of Terrell Gano.
Yeah, Gano was laying on the ground, and it landed right in his tummy.
Yep. And then he put on a little dance to taunt the crowd on the near side.
He ruined a good interception in my book.
Yep.
You know, he made a great interception there,
and then he
had the showboat.
Yep.
And I just don't like that.
Yes, I have to agree with you.
I would have thrown a penalty if I was the referee. I'd throw a penalty.
However, he does get a B- for his dance moves. So Monroe takes over. The ball will be spotted at their own 21-yard line. 1st down and 10. They're going to work out of the shotgun formation, and they're going to hand the ball off. And spinning off a couple of tackles and jumping over one man was Reggie Cowart.
Nice run by Reggie there.
Yep. Cohort runs for 4 yards. That is his first rush of the night. They've been using him in the return game, and after that big return, they said, "Why don't we use him as a back?"
Maybe we got something there.
Second down and a long 5. Call it 6. There's a flag on the play. It's either going to be an encroachment or a false start. False start on the offense. So take the 4 yards they gain, erase it, and then put another yard on, and they're going to have to work 11 yards.
And how many yards and penalties is that?
That makes it 80 yards and penalties.
80 yards. They're going to get 100.
You think so?
Yes, I do.
They're on pace. They're on pace. They're on pace for exactly 100. First half they had 50. They've already picked up 30. And they picked up 30 in just the third quarter alone, and there's 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. They're going to hand off once again to Cohort. Cohort trying to move the pile forward. He's doing so. And then one man went low on him.
Finally, somebody went low on him and brought him. A big guy like that, you got to hit him low.
Absolutely. And he's going to pick up about 6 on the play.
6-yard run, number 35, short.
So it'll be 3rd down and 5.
3rd down and 5 to go for the Monroe County State at their own 20.
And I think this is a big defensive play right here for the North Stars.
And the Sting have been pretty good on 3rd down.
Yeah, third down, they've been pretty good. They were god-awful in the first quarter, but they've turned things around. Out of a shotgun formation, they're going to look to throw a quick pass to the right side. That's going to be incomplete. That pass,
they were good on that one.
They were. That pass was just out of the reach of Derek Davis. So it'll be a 4th down and 5, and you've got to think they're going to punt here. I mean, they've gone for the last 5 4th downs, but they haven't been in this kind of territory.
Right, they're going to punt.
There are a number of people in the crowd saying, "Watch the fake," but that's not going to happen.
And the Stars had to call timeout because
they didn't have the special teams out there.
No, there was confusion, and I don't understand it.
So the North Stars used their first timeout in the second half, and we'll take a timeout as well as they talk things over. Now goes 73 knows he don't belong on the field for special teams.
I don't think so.
So back to punt for Monroe is Brent McGill.
Almost blocked and not a
nearly
good
blocked
punt.
by Gibson. And it's going to trickle just out past midfield. They're going to go out at the 46. And
Good
the North
position.
Stars will start off with good field position at their own 46-yard line.
46-yard line. 1st and 10 for the North Stars at their own 46-yard line.
North Stars certainly didn't want to take a timeout in that situation, but you look at it, and in the end result, you have to take the timeout because you don't want to get caught with 12 men on the field, and it was a 4th and 5, and you're going to give those 5 yards, and it's going to be a 1st down.
Sometimes you have to use a timeout, and that was a good timeout.
That was a good timeout. It's not one you want to use, but given the circumstances, it was the right thing to do. 1st down and 10 from the 46-yard line. They put McRae in motion. They're going to fake the handoff, and Rasco rolls right. They're looking for Kelleher. Gibson's open in the middle. Gibson.
I think he took his eye off the ball.
I think so,
he tried to run before he caught the ball.
I agree with you. He tried coming down and turning himself before he actually had possession.
That's right.
I agree with you. So that goes for nothing. That makes quarterback Kerry Rasco 8 for 20 on the night.
Not one of his best games.
Not one of his best nights, no. Rasco drops back. He steps up into the pocket and he throws it back for Price. There's going to be a flag. Look at how far he threw that flag.
We saw it from here.
Oh, he ripped him down. And the referee threw The referee flew his flag from the 20.
Yes, a nice,
all the way to the 40.
Nice throw, huh?
The flag went farther than the ball.
Yeah. I like that. He must have a rock in there.
He's got a good arm.
He must have a rock in there to make it go that far.
He's got to have something in there. Hopefully that didn't hit anybody.
Yeah.
Especially if you're the coaching staff over on the far sideline. You take a rock in the side of the head, you're wondering if people are taking shots at you in Plattsburgh. So they'll march that off, and it'll be a 10-yard penalty. Make it a 15-yard penalty, rather, pass interference call. And Harry Rasko receives the snap, steps up into a pocket.
Oh, he's got some room.
He's got plenty of room to run. He steps to the right side, and he's also hit late. And he might be close to a first down.
Looks like he's hurt a little bit.
Well, he's back. He's just a little shaken up. That's going to be enough for a first down, so we'll credit him.
Good decision. He had a wide open field in front of him. Good decision, you know,
we'll credit him with 12 yards. And Monroe giving 15 yards and penalties on that.
I'm getting there.
95. And we're still in the third quarter. 2 minutes, 15 seconds remain. The clock rolling down here in the third quarter. McRae goes in motion. Comes across, fake the handoff. They're going to give it to Parks underneath. Parks is wrapped up by the ankle and goes forward for what we'll call 3 yards.
And let's talk about the offensive line for the Stars. They've been working hard all night.
Yeah,
doing a good job.
Yep. We've seen Jim Reisdorf out there doing a nice job.
Nick Moore, 77.
Reisdorf, 63. Kevin Dajnaw. And Rasko looking to pass. He's got a couple men hot on his tail. And he decides to keep this run. He's making something.
He's still going.
He's still going. Down inside the 10 at the 5.
What a nice run by Rasko.
And Rasko ends up coming down. That play started at the 23, and he's down at the 5. That's going to be an 18-yard gain.
And that's that double threat that you have with the passing game and running the football by Rasko.
Now, I don't know about you, but I said when he came over here that he had absolutely nothing. I was waiting for him to get rid of the ball. He turned nothing into something.
Well, he sure did. About 3 or 4 Sting missed him.
Yeah, 4 guys. 2 chasing, 2 are in hot pursuit behind him, and then he had 2 waiting for him. I formation, first and goal for the North Stars at the 5-yard line.
Well, there might be a flag here.
Free play. Yep, flag went up on the right side. This could be a free play. They're going to throw across to Price. That ball was thrown low to try and keep it away from the...
Yes, there is a flag. I think it's going to be offside.
I agree with you. Offsides on the D. So it was a free play.
There's my 100.
There's your 100. Although, no, not necessarily, because it's going to be half the distance. It'll be half the distance.
All right.
So you're still 2.5 short.
I'm 2.5 short. I think they'll get that in the fourth quarter.
They'll get it.
Well, the Stars are knocking on the door here. You'd like this.
So we'll call that a 3-yard penalty. We won't use halves.
Okay.
So 98, you only need 2 more. And they're going to look to go with Rasko, and I believe he might be in. We haven't gotten a signal yet.
No, not yet.
Oh, no, they're going to mark him down at about the half-yard line. So he'll fall forward for 1 yard.
And that's going to be the end of the third quarter.
Yes, it will.
Wow, that flew by.
Now is a quick third. And after 3 quarters of play, the score, Monroe County Sting 22, Plattsburgh North Stars 14, and they are knocking on the door. Fourth quarter coming up next. So it is 2nd and goal from the half-yard line. The North Stars will look to go to the left side with Rasco.
He's in. He's in.
He's for a touchdown. Quarterback Harry Rasco extends with the arms, and he puts the ball in the end zone. Big question right here. Go for the 2, or do you go for 1?
Well, I think you go for 2.
I think
Give it a try.
Why not? Because
let's tie this up.
If you don't get it here, you're down by 2. And if you do get it, you're down by 1. Either way, you still need to kick a field goal. There's no way in this football game to pick up 1 point.
Okay, there isn't?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
But not without scoring a touchdown. So we'll give him credit for a 1-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter with 14:53 remaining.
Oh, wow. Timeout, Stars.
Well, they're really going to think about it now.
I think they go for it, but I really think they should do something like rolling Rascal out.
Yeah, he's going to have to roll out. Yeah.
The option to run it in or to pass it
I agree with you because, like we just saw right there, he can get it done on the ground. And that's not the only time we've seen him get it done on the ground. We've seen him do it a number of times throughout the game where if he's got the guy open, then that's fabulous. He can he can just toss it to him. But if not, he's got the capability to make something. Yes,
a couple options.
He has the capability to make something happen on his feet, and I think you do have to roll him out and give him that option. Give him a couple of guys. I think he's better when he's rolling to his right. Most quarterbacks that are right-handed are better rolling out to their throwing arm, their throwing side. And I've sensed that from quarterback Harry Rasco. They've got Elijah Parks, their halfback, lined up right side of Rasco, and they've got all their receivers trips to the right. They're going to have him roll out just like we said. They're going to throw one to the right. Kelleher's got it, and he's in.
Yes.
It's a tie ball game. Kelleher with the 2-point conversion.
We're all tied up.
We're tied up with 14 minutes and 53 seconds remaining, and when we come back, the North Stars will be kicking the ball off to the Sting. Evan White set to kick it, and he pooches another one, and it's going to be muffed at the 35, and the guy's going to get hit. I wasn't sure of the number. It could have been Bernard Williams. Nonetheless, he gets hit at the 40. That's good starting field position, but again, you don't want to kick the ball deep and put it into the hands of Reggie Cowart with what we've seen him do.
Is there a penalty down? I don't see no flags. Offsides on the Stars.
Going to be offsides on the kick.
They'll decline this and take the ball there.
Yeah,
I would assume.
I don't think they would make them re-kick this here.
I'd take the ball here.
I would too.
Oh.
Go for that ball! Go for that ball!
It is declined, and they're going to take it at the 40, and it'll be a first down. And it makes plenty of sense.
Now it's up to the defense.
Yep.
Now you're in the fourth quarter. All these plays really, when you're tied like that, it really counts. Every play really counts. You got to play it hard. The defense will want to get the ball back into the offensive hands.
Yes, as quickly as possible. They don't want to let Monroe march the ball downfield and then lose the momentum that they may have right now. Shotgun formation, and they're going to hand off to Cowart.
Oh, boy.
Runs left side, and he runs right into a wall.
Oh, boy, that Gibson, he's a mean guy.
Oh, yes, he is.
Wow.
Drops him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. So a loss of 2 for Cowart.
Loss of a yard, number 35, and short, 2nd and 11 for the Monroe County State at their own 40-yard line. North Stars tackling at number 44, Kevin Gibson!
So it'll be 2nd and 12.
That Gibson boy, he's had a good game.
Yeah. Kevin Gibson off both offensively and defensively.
Yes.
Shotgun formation. They're going to go twins to each side. And looking to pass is Doby.
Going
deep. And it's going to be caught. It's going to be caught by Derek Davis.
Oh my, big play. And again, no pressure on Adobe at all. You got to put some pressure on that guy, or he'll sit back there and pick you apart.
Yeah, 36-yard reception there.
35 yards on the play. First and 10 for the Sting at the Plattsburgh 25-yard line.
That will give him over 100 yards. That'll give him 103 now. 103 yards for Derek Davis. And now it's even more important for the North Stars to get a stop down here in this territory.
Yeah, because, again, I don't think oh no.
Well, running back McGill able to work his way through, and he really hasn't been touched when he's run. He's moving the chains again. That's a gain of 12. And he's the guy who just had the 49-yard run.
Yeah, and I don't think the Sting have a kicker, so if you can hold them here.
Yeah, that's right. They might want to invest in one, though, if it comes down late in the game. But talking about number 18, Brett McGill, he has a rush of 7, a rush of 49, and a rush of 12. So when they give him the ball, he makes things happen. And he's in the backfield once again, along with quarterback.
Yes. He's a load.
Yeah, Howard Doby. They're going to go trips to the right side, lone receiver to the left side, and they're going to give it to him again, and he's going to run right up the middle. And they did the right thing, though. The tackler, the man that tackled him, Nick Norris, went low on him.
Yeah.
There's too many men at the line that are trying to get him high, and you need to go low, especially with the big fellas.
Yeah.
He's going to pick up 8 on that one.
And they're knocking on the door.
Yes, I think from what I've seen, you keep McGill in there and you just keep pushing with him. I keep feeding him the ball at this point. Well, there's going to be a delay of game.
Yeah, they had all day there.
They did have a long time. And I think you hear in the background that there are also other fans that aren't too happy with the amount of time that they were given. And guess what? They're over 100.
I predicted it.
So it'll be a 5-yard penalty. And they total for 103 yards in penalties on the day. 2nd down and 6, and McGill still out on the field. They're going to hand it off to McGill once again, and he's going to cut left.
He got him by the arm.
And he's in for the score. I think they may have missed a hold on that one.
Touchdown, number 18, Brett McGill.
So McGill is in.
Yeah, and you were right. Just keep feeding them the ball.
Yep.
And that's a big score for the Sting.
It'll be a 10-yard run.
And this is going to be a big 2-point conversion.
Yes, it will be. Because if they don't get it, then it can be an extra point, a touchdown and an extra point for the North Stars.
That's right.
That coming at 11:24, the fourth quarter. A 10-yard run for McGill. One man late to get off the field. That's number 72. That is Greg Glazier. He goes over to the sideline as quickly as he can, which wasn't very fast, but he got off. They get the play off just in time. They give it to McGill, and he is in once again. Rather, that was Wingate.
Wingate, I think.
Yep, 21. It was Wingate.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And I believe there was a flag on the play for offsides, but that's obviously going to be declined. So it's 30-22 with 11:24 remaining in the fourth quarter. The North Stars receive the ball with Ross, and he's going to work around a couple of men.
Oh, he's got a little room.
He's got room to work with. He brings the ball all the way out. And I think the North Stars just got away with one, as I think they had 12 guys on the field right there for the return. Counting the guys as they were lined up, I believe they had 12 on the field, and I think they got away with one right there.
Oh, my. And that's one of the responsibilities of the referee.
That's with the back judge, that's right.
Yeah.
Maybe he just can't count past 10.
Maybe.
If so, I don't know why he's the back judge and responsible for counting. Nonetheless, great starting position for the North Stars.
And let's see how they respond.
They don't have to score here, but it certainly would take some of the pressure off later in the game.
Yeah.
They start out at their own 44. They're going to pitch the ball to Conley. Ken Conley slips.
Flag.
A hanky comes in.
Uh-oh, this might be a holding now.
Yeah, I think it is.
I don't flag on the play.
And chop block?
Yep. Oh my, that's a big penalty.
Yep. That'll go for 10?
I think it's a 15.
Is it 15?
I'm watching. Yeah, it is.
Well, that's going to be a 15-yard march off.
Penalty against the Plattsburgh North Stars.
And first and 25.
And their own 29-yard line.
Well, let's.
First and 25. Parks in the backfield. They got twins to both sides. Shotgun formation. Quarterback Harry Rasco receives a good snap, and he's looking to the left sideline. And he airs one out. He throws into double coverage.
Yes, that was a dangerous pass.
Yes, it was. He was looking for Kelleher.
Second down, 25 to the North Stars.
But we've seen him kind of rush passes and try and make something happen out of nothing. And I think that's a case right there where he tried to do that, and it's dangerous throwing into double and triple, what was nearly triple coverage, as the safety ended up biting on that route.
Well, and one of the reasons is, you have this. It was first down and a mile to go, and you're forced to pass the ball.
Yes, you are. And now it's second down and a mile, second and 25 from their own 29. Shotgun formation yet again. Of course, they're going to pass, and he's forced out of the pocket. And he's going to try and throw the ball. He throws it on the run, and he sails that one over Kelleher. He had a man downfield, and was likely out of his reach. It was Nick O'Mara, but Nick O'Mara was really far downfield, and I think he was out of his reach, considering that he was on the run and he wasn't set. So it'll be third and 25. Being second down and 25 right there, you would have liked to see at least a short completion to try and deduct the 25 yards that they need to get. Or deduce, rather, the 25 yards that they need to get. So it's third and 25, and it's a big third and 25. Good snap. They're going to look to throw over the middle, and that pass is incomplete.
They were trying the old hook and ladder.
Yep. That pass was attempted for Jameel McRae.
So the Stars are going to have to punt the ball.
And I don't think there's going to be any doubt about a fake punt, because the punt's going to be 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So that means you need to make up 35 yards. If you can make up 35 yards and you've got a guaranteed way to make up 35 yards, I'd like to know how.
They're going to punt the ball, and it's going to put a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yes, it is.
To stop
Harry Rasco
Sting
with a decent kick. That's going to take a North Star bounce, and it's going to be fielded by the Sting.
Got away.
And he's going to get away with it, and he's going to get all the way out to their own 41. That was Dwayne Smith. Dwayne Smith for the Sting, and he turned nothing into something.
Yes, he did.
I thought he was a little crazy for fielding that ball, but he ended up shaking one of the ongoing rushers that was right on his back, and he was able to hook around a couple of others.
So now the defense is either going to have to stop them, come up with a turnover, something.
A 3 and out would be perfect. They put one man in motion, and that is Davis. Davis motions to the left side. That gives them trips to the left side. They're going to run up the middle with Cowart, and Cowart doesn't go anywhere. It'll be a loss, actually, of a yard or two. So Coart loses on the play. Nine minutes, 30 seconds with the clock rolling, 30-22 in favor of the Monroe County Sting. Again, you're watching the Empire Football League Championship game at the Plattsburgh High School Athletic Complex in Plattsburgh, New York. The game is between the Plattsburgh North Stars and the Monroe County Sting from out in western New York, the Rochester area. Shotgun formation, trips to the left side for the Sting. Hard count that time. They're going to look to the left side. This quarterback Dobie. Now he looks over the middle, and that's nearly intercepted. That's going to be ruled incomplete. That's a good call. As the intended target for the Monroe County Sting was Jeremiah Grimini.
Third down. Stops the clock, too.
And that's positive for the North Stars, as the North Stars would like as much time as possible. Because the more time that's on the clock gives them the more chances if they do struggle on offense. So a big third down play here on both sides of the ball. The defense needs to stop, and the offense could really benefit from getting the first down. They drop back to pass.
He's got time.
He's got all kinds of time. Now he's got pressure on him. Steps up again, takes another guy. And he throws it deep.
And he's got
a man to one.
One-handed catch.
Terrell Gano with a fantastic catch.
That was a huge catch.
And that
but look at the time Dobie had back there.
Way too much time.
You know, he bought some time by moving around the pocket, but nobody was really putting a whole lot of pressure on him. And when you have that much time, a receiver's going to break open.
Absolutely.
And you're going to hook up with him.
Yep.
And boy, that hurts big time.
Yes, it does. 35-yard reception on the play. And the ball is now on the Plattsburgh 26. And that has quickly quieted the Plattsburgh sidelines.
It sure has.
And if you look at the offensive line for Monroe County, these guys are huge.
They are huge. And they've done an excellent job.
They're going to hand off to McGill. McGill seems to be the guy to go to. And he's going to go forward for 5 yards. And I'm going to tell you one more time. Keep giving the ball to McGill down here.
You want to work on the clock.
That's right.
You got the lead. Run the football.
Yep.
Pass it when you have to.
So he goes for 4. McGill has 6 rushes for 90. 6 for 90 on the day for McGill. And talking again about the Monroe County Sting line, these guys are big, and these are the guys that you don't want to be behind the line in the buffet for. Because there won't be anything left. They're going to put a man in motion, and they're going to fake the handoff. They're going to go deep to the end zone. They're going to go for it. Oh, and it's nearly picked off. No.
Oh, no.
Nearly picked off. Kent Stay had it go right through his arms.
And it was
Ross broke it up. Ross is down on the field. An official's timeout. A great effort by Ross to break up that play.
Yes, and the Stay almost came up with the interception.
Yes.
That would have been a huge play.
So that's something we didn't expect to see from the Monroe County Sting. We expected them to run the ball. They did play action, and I think it could have caught some of the defense off too. But Ross was right in position. Great position.
Good coverage.
Went up and knocked it away. They work on Ross, and we'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back after Chris Ross gets up. So it's 3rd down and 6, and I say you're going to want to give the ball to McGill, but I don't see him out there.
Oh, well,
and the reason I would give it to McGill, it's 4th down and you're going for it anyway. They don't have a kicker, and they're running. You want to run the ball to kill time. They're going to do a delayed handoff, and running up the middle is another big guy. Everybody's trying to wrap him up high. You gotta go low. That was Wingate.
And they got a first down.
Wingate picks up 13 on the play.
He got 14 yards with number 21 from McGill. First and goal for the Sting at the Plattsburgh 8-yard line.
I wonder what he's talking about.
quarterback's under center. He's going to hand off
to
McGill.
Big hole.
McGill runs left and is hit at the line and is dropped.
He's close.
The 2-yard line, I believe. That'll be a gain of 5 for McGill. So 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line of the Plattsburgh North Stars, and they really need to stop here.
Oh, yes. If the Sting put this one in.
And I think, to be honest with you, if they do come up with a stop on a 3rd down here, the Sting need to find somebody to kick the ball in.
Yeah, because you could ice the game there.
Yes, absolutely. They're going to look around again. There's a flag on the play this time.
They didn't get it.
However, there's a hanky, and that usually is bad news if there's a hanky right away that quickly. It's probably going to be an offsides or a neutral zone infraction.
They're pointing against the Sting.
Illegal motion. Illegal motion against the Sting. Now, you also... Do you accept that penalty or do you decline
I think you got to accept it.
Because you are making him work, but you are giving him a down back.
You're giving him the down back, but you're taking him further away from the end zone.
108 yards in penalties now from the Sting. And they're going to have to come up with another stop. Some of the crowd here on the near side trying to pump up the defense. They're going to hand it off to McGill. And he's going to be hit and stopped.
So it'll be 4th down.
3rd down.
3rd down.
3rd down. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line. He picks up 2. And again, being 3rd down, I think this is a good opportunity for the quarterback to roll out an option here. We saw the same thing down at the other end. We saw that for the 2-point conversion. This quarterback, Howard Dobie, has showed us he can do something. He can buy time and he can run with the ball. And I think this would be a good time to try that. They're going to have 2 twins to the left, and they're going to have lone man right. They're going to hand off up the middle, though.
No. They faked it.
They faked it. They faked me. That was a pretty good play.
And rolled out left and found his man in the end zone.
Derek Davis. That'll be a 4-yard touchdown pass.
Flag.
Oh, flag.
Flag on the play.
Not sure what that was.
Right, he's coming over to explain to Plattsburgh head coach Scott Ogulia.
Penalty against the Plattsburgh North Stars, unsportsmanlike, will be assessed on the kickoff.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. A foul that will be assessed on the kickoff. And they're going to hand off, and he's going to run up the middle. No problem for Kimani Gibson. So Gibson gets the 2 points, and he puts his team up by 14, 38-22 with 4:12 remaining.
And that's not good for the Stars.
Not good at all.
You're asking them to score twice and 2-point conversions, and you just don't have the time for it, as far as unless you score immediately. It's 4:12 on the clock.
4:12 on the clock, and we'll be right back when the Stars receive their kickoff. And of course, that unsportsmanlike penalty allows Monroe to kick off from the 50, and they will kick this one deep into the Plattsburgh end zone, and Kelleher's going to return it. Kelleher's had some success returning the ball, rather, and he is able to return it out across the 20 to the 24-yard line. where the North Stars will pick up with 4 minutes and 6 seconds left on the clock, and we're looking at a throw the ball every down situation.
Just about, you're going to have to score quick, get the onside kick.
Yep.
But then you got to figure in two-point conversions in the equation.
And if you don't get those 2-point conversions, you need to score 3, and mathematically that's not really possible with just 4 minutes and 6 seconds. Well, rather realistically, mathematically it is possible, but realistically it's not possible. They have 2 timeouts to the Plattsburgh North Stars. They come out with twins to each side, shotgun formation. Rasko looks to go over the middle to McRae. McRae completes the catch. The ref nearly gets run over. He tiptoes out of the way. And forward progress will put him down at about the 31-yard line. That'll be a gain of... Well, they're not going to give him forward progress. They're going to spot it at the 30. That'll be a gain of about 6 yards for McRae. Second and 5 for the North Stars, and it's a really poor snap. Rasko's able to pick it up. He's got to shake a man, and he's rolling right, and he's going to throw across the middle to Kelleher. Kelleher came back, caught the ball around the 40. So that'll be a first down. That'll move the chains. That'll be a 10-yard gain for Kelleher.
Yeah, and the Sting will give them these little passes.
Yes, absolutely. The Sting are just guarding back. If you look at how deep their safeties are. And a timeout has been called, I think, by the Sting.
Oh, they got a man down, that's why.
Oh, yes, okay. Well, your eyes are better than mine. You'll call you Eagle Eye for the night.
Well, I just got a tune-up on my glasses.
Is that what it is?
I think that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm seeing pretty good.
So Monroe's got a man down, and we'll be back once they tend to the injured man. Go ahead. Wow, we got a confrontation with a player and a referee. Cody Dash doesn't agree with maybe the spot or something. However, quarterback Rasko rolls right, flag on the play, and that's going to be hold. It's going to be a holding call, and it's going to come back. Kelleher was able to make the reception at the 47-yard line of Monroe County, but it's coming back. It is a hold. I saw that one. I don't use glasses. My eyes got a tune-up. My eyes got a tune-up the other day.
Those baby blues got a tune-up, huh?
So it'll be holding on Plattsburgh. That'll make it first down and 20.
Still first down for the
And I'm sure that the Stars are disappointed and all that. I thought when they tied it up 22-all that the momentum was going to swing to the Stars side.
Certainly.
But that long run, I think a 49-yard run, that 49-yard run was took the sails out of the Stars.
Yeah. And Jameel McRae trying to plead for a flag for pass interference. However, that ball was sailed so far over his head, I don't think you can call for pass interference or ask for pass interference on that. That ball was launched well over the head of the intended target, Jameel McRae. Second down, 20. Shotgun formation, twins to each side. And Rasko now with plenty of time. Now he has to roll left as he sees the big man, Rick Westbrook, coming at him. And it's going to be completed over the middle of the field.
Now it's starting to get a little chippy.
It is getting chippy.
And I don't like that.
Price caught that ball over the middle.
I don't like that. And Big 90's trying to pick on Price. I say pick on somebody your own size.
Yeah. Although there aren't many people that size. The play is going to be blown dead, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 guys, so they're right on numbers.
Well, automatic first down for some reason.
Illegal substitution.
5-yard first down for the North Stars.
If the offense doesn't substitute, the defense can't substitute.
Is that how it goes?
That's how it goes.
Okay.
In the EFL. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Add that to their plethora of penalties. And they have 113 to pass. So little flick to McRae. That was a nice one.
Yep, the hook and ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bet from my day.
How do you mark that one in the book? Do you give one guy 8 and then the other guy the next 10?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we've come to the 2-minute warning, and at the 2-minute warning, the Monroe County Sting lead by 14. The score is 38-22. Well, Plattsburgh comes out of the 2-minute warning, and they're looking to spark a ton of offense here. They're going to go over the middle to McRae. McRae catches it. It's hit real hard.
How did he hold on to that?
That was a heck of a catch, and they're moving.
It sure was. Nice catch by McRae, and to hang on to it after a vicious hit, and he popped right up. He's one tough guy.
Yep, 1st and 10. They're moving the chains. So they do stop the clock. They're going to have to spot the ball, and then the clock will run.
First and 10 for the North Stars at the
Late substitution for Monroe County.
10 for the North Stars at the same 14-yard line.
And now the clock is back rolling, and the snap is to quarterback Harry Rasco. They're going to go for a jump ball. Oh boy, O'Mara nearly came up with that one.
Yep.
Had it in his hands, and it was knocked away by the corner, Terrell Gano, and that's a name we've called many times this game. He certainly had a great game for the Monroe.
Sure, he sure has.
And listed on their roster, I don't know how correct this is, but they said the college that he went to was East Arizona.
Oh.
So he certainly has plenty of football under his belt, and that's Eastern Arizona is not a low-grade university. Quarterback Rasco has plenty of time. Now he spins right off into a man, and he stripped the ball, and the big man picks it up. John Dubik, and they're going to have to use their timeout right here, and they do. Minute 19 remains on the clock. North Stars with one timeout now remaining.
And it's going to be 3rd down and a mile.
Yep. Well, they're going to have 2 more shots at it. They need to get the ball to the 3-yard line for a 1st down, but they're better off just to go for the end zone. Plattsburgh takes a timeout. They'll talk strategy, and we'll be back after their timeout. Well, it's now or never. Quarterback Harry Rasco steps up in the pocket. He's hit. Oh, he's not! He's hit, but he's not. And he's looking for a place to go, and he's going to run with the ball.
He's got to get out of bounds.
And he's running all the way down to the 8-yard line. So you and I thought he was down.
Yes, I thought he was down.
And he runs his way down to the 8-yard line. So it's a big time. This is a big play right here. It's now or never. 4th down and 5. It is 4th and 5 for the North Stars, and the entire season is determining, well, not necessarily the entire season, because they also need a lot of help beyond this point.
That's right.
But this play would be the end of the season if they aren't able to convert here.
That's correct.
4th down, 5. They need to get the ball to the 3-yard line. Right now they're at the 8. They're in shotgun formation. Quarterback Harry Rasco scans the field, throws one over the top, and it's tipped by a man.
And that's
going to be the ball game.
Harry Rasco's pass is incomplete.
So with just a minute remaining and no timeouts left for, or one timeout rather left for Plattsburgh. It's not going to be enough. You see celebrations already on the sideline for the Monroe County Sting.
And you got to give congratulations to the Sting. They played a good game.
Yep.
They came in here. They did what they had to do. It's hard to come into somebody else's field.
Yes.
And beat them, although they have come in here before and beat the Stars.
Mm-hmm.
So, but, you know, the Stars have nothing to be ashamed of. They were here in the championship game.
Right.
You know, they're just on the losing end. They had a successful season this year, and congratulations to the Stars on their season also.
Monroe comes out in formation to take a knee. They do take a knee. And the clock will run. And it's just going to take one more kneel from quarterback Howard Doby, and that's going to be all she wrote. So they'll spot the ball. They go underneath 30 seconds. And they're going to snap it and take a knee, and that's going to be the final knee of the ball game. So they will let the clock continue to run down, and the celebration starts for the Monroe County Sting over on the far sideline. You look at some of the numbers in the game, and they point towards Plattsburgh winning this football game. You look at the penalties, 113 yards total in penalties for Monroe. And really, if you take away some of these penalties, 2 penalties on scores, this game would have really been broken wide open.
That's right. 2 touchdowns were called back.
Yes. So not to knock the effort of the Plattsburgh North Stars, because they played real well at times. They had to come from behind, down 16-7. They came back. They made it 22-2, and as you mentioned, momentum seemed to be going their way.
Yeah.
But then, as happens in many sports, momentum can just shift in just a split second of time. One little thing can go wrong, and unfortunately for Plattsburgh, they come out on the losing end tonight. Final score, 38-22.
Thanks a lot, Rob.
Well, Goose, we hope
I enjoyed it.
I hope you had a good time.
I had a good time.
We want to thank you, Goose, for the color tonight. We want to thank Nick Dodd for his work behind the camera. And for the final time, I'm Rob Knowles reminding you that the Empire Football League Championship game ends as a sour taste for the Plattsburgh North Stars. However, congratulations to both teams for getting here. The Monroe County